PSA for my tourists, my out-of-towners. Baby, let me tell you, Mardi Gras is coming. And most of y'all like to come down here for Mardi Gras season, party, dress out in your costume. 2022, this year, go to NOLA.com, okay? Or go to WDSU or Fox 8 News and read and hear about what's going on. You know, for Mardi Gras Day, they be out there live. You can watch your stuff on TV and stuff like that or what have you. So if you do decide you want to come down here for Mardi Gras, go to Metairie, go to Jefferson Parish, because they have parades out there. They have Mardi Gras season. It is very nice, and I think you will be safer there, okay?
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by Coin Trader Inc. Mind your money.
Coming to Coin Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat, to which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So let me grab my grape soda and take a sip, while I turn it over to Katie, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Down in New Orleans where the blues was born, it takes a cool cat just to blow a horn.
Baby, you can tell it's Mardi Gras time in New Orleans.
Yes, it is. Laissez les bon temps. Roulez. It is another All Over the Road podcast. It's Mardi Gras time.
Yes.
Throw me something, mister.
Uh-huh.
Something for the baby. Remember that one, Teddy?
Oh, yeah.
Something for the baby.
I got the little baby up on my shoulder.
Yeah, for those of you that aren't here,
Yeah.
what they do is they throw their babies in the air, and they say something for the baby, because that gets them more throws.
Yeah, you're going to be more sympathetic to them.
Yeah, of course,
Baby
grandma's,
versus child.
you know.
I have no idea.
Okay. On this very show, we're going to promote the fact that we're going to be out for Mardi Gras. Not Fat Tuesday, but we're going to be out for some of the parades on the weekend. That's the big parades are in Endymion and, of course, Bacchus. So we'll be out there for that. Get some interviews, talk to some drunks.
Hey,
what else?
You never know
what
who
else
you're going to talk to.
Put our lives in danger just for you, the listeners. On this very show, I'm going to try to get a hold of my son, Erin, because there was some talk about during the Super Bowl show, my son, Erin. It's kind of a mystery. So we're going to try to get a hold of my son, Erin.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of a mystery.
Erin does not know I'm calling.
You've never mentioned you have a son.
I know.
You only have two daughters.
That's why you should never go to Ancestry.
Well, that's true.
So we're going to get Erin on the phone. And, of course, we're going to do a new feature, this week. And the new feature is, what we do is we call one of our subscribers, and we tell them how much they love them.
Yeah.
Okay? So when we do that, you're going to hear that, as a matter of fact, Teddy, there's an instrumental of Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Okay.
So we're going to roll that underneath it, because you know how I like the music.
Sure.
Nick's got a new job. He's making teeth. We're going to look into that. And, of course, Luke Hawks from the hit TV series on Stars Network, Heels. They're going into their second season. He just got back from Australia.
Right.
And he's back in the States. We're going to give him a little call and he was posting all kinds of pictures on the Faccia de Brute book. Him with koalas and,
You mean FB?
Yeah. Meta.
What was he doing? Like vacationing?
No. He was working on something.
Some kind of movie project or something?
Remember, he couldn't tell us about it.
That's
that kind
right.
of deal.
Yeah.
But it's Meta. And apparently, I think he ran into a kangaroo that had biceps. Like, these kangaroos are strong.
Yeah.
Some of them are built like people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And then, of course, we're going to try to give Wayno a call on this edition of All Over the Road podcast. Got anything to say? Ted Semper's here with me. It's just the two of us.
Just me and you.
But we're going to be smiling and dialing.
This is a work of art.
We're very proud of our sponsors of this podcast. And our sponsor, Coin Trader Inc., makes all these possible, these podcasts.
Yeah.
Coin Trader Inc.
We're so thankful
makes
for
it all possible.
That sponsor.
And so we thank them, of course.
Absolutely.
Now my son Aaron's clicking in, and I can't go. So
now you have calls coming in.
So what happened? What's happening right now, Ted, is Coin Trader Inc. is expanding.
Is it really?
Yes, we're expanding. Not only is my waistline expanding, but Coin Trader Inc. is expanding as well.
That's good.
And they're getting ready to bring on a new professional representative. Now, this guy's a really smart guy. He's from Los Angeles. I believe David, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. David, his nickname is Mr. Helper.
Mr. Helper.
He's been in the film industry. In the film industry, he was Terry McScrotum.
Okay.
If you guys want to Google him. But very professional. He's extremely professional, but he's also considered, believe it or not, the meanest man in America.
Yeah, baby. Mean? Why is he mean?
He's just a mean guy. He's pretty mean.
And so this is the new employee?
He's going to be coming on with our sponsors, Coin Trader.
Has he been properly vetted?
You know what? We need to do a little. Dave, do we need to do a vet on you?
Maybe we need to do that right now.
We should
We
vet.
haven't done a proper one, but,
Yeah.
there's always room for another one.
All right. Well, here's question number 1 in your vetting process to be an employee at Coin Trader Inc. Are you ready? When was the last time you shoplifted?
Ah, good question. Last time.
When was the last time I what?
Shoplifted.
Uh-huh.
Shoplifted.
Yes. Stole something.
I got to say that was probably in 5th grade.
Oh, no. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Wait, how do you know?
You mean
this?
shoplifted, shoplifted married women?
No.
Vic, how would you know he's not telling the truth?
All right. Well, I'm
how
going to
do
tell
you
you
know?
why I know he's telling the truth. David and I work together in the radio business.
So you know this guy.
I know this man.
Yeah, you know him.
And I told our sponsors not
Was
to.
that at? Oh my God.
Well,
Lucky's?
No, I could give you several examples. I'll give you several examples.
You say Bucky's or Lucky's?
No, he said Lucky's. Lucky's is a store out on the West Coast.
Okay.
Well, I believe it was Hughes Grocery. Hughes Grocery. And they were having a sale on London broils. London broil. It's a steak.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with the London broil? What is that? What cut is that, Dave? The London
That's a special kind of cut from the cow that's coming right out around the stomach area.
Are you making
It's
this
very
up?
appealing.
Are you making this up? Are you telling
Not me.
All right.
Well, I could say it's coming from his ass, but that wouldn't.
That's okay, because if that's true, I mean, we want the facts. Only the facts here on All Over the Road, the podcast. All right, now, they had a deal, Ted.
Yeah.
Okay, on these London broils. I think it was buy one, get one half off or something. So I'm with Dave, and Dave has a big, giant trench coat, which is that's another story.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I mean, a trench coat, that's another story. There's all kinds
Nobody
of...
has a trench coat in California.
Well, you had one that day.
For only one specific
It must have
reason.
been raining. It was a slicker. So we go in the Hugheses, and we're looking at the London bros. They're beautiful. One day, Dave, they were gorgeous, weren't they? Mm-hmm. Those London bros? Weren't they gorgeous?
Dave, you with us?
I'm with you. They're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Hey, hang with us here, will you? Well,
I'm with you.
Dave looks at me and says, heck of this, buy one, get one and a half off. We're getting two. He shows them in his trench coat. And they were delicious. So, Dave, that was 1993, maybe? So, no, you were a lot older than the fifth grade. I hate to
No, that was 90. That was 92.
Okay. So we have this bigger.
Because that's when I met my ex. So yeah, it was 92. Then we had Calabasas.
That's right. Okay, so Dave, you remember we had this earthquake. Remember the earthquake? For some reason you weren't at the house during the earthquake. Had you already left or something?
I was at my ex-wife's dad's house.
Okay, so the earthquake hits. It's the big one. It's the Northridge quake, Teddy. All right, stay with
I
us,
remember
Teddy.
that. Yeah,
I remember. People stay with me today.
I'm right with ya.
So this big earthquake comes, and we were working at this office in Burbank, on Burbank, in I guess what would that have been? Universal City? Where was that? Cutler's joint. Where was that?
You talking about the office we worked at?
Yeah, the office we worked at after
That's
the earthquake.
Malibu.
No, not the Malibu.
You're talking about Kritzer. You're Kritzer in Burbank.
No. We worked for Cutler. Remember?
You were.
We worked in an office building on Burbank.
Oh, Cutler on Burbank in Tarzana. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So is that considered Tarzana?
That's the guy that says I'm taking this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is that considered Tarzana? What is that considered?
That's Tarzana.
Tarzana. Okay. So they have this earthquake, Ted, and they put a certain.
That was bad. I remember that.
Yeah, it was very bad.
I remember you called me that early in that morning. I remember.
I know. It was very bad.
Louisiana.
And they stick a big old piece of paper in front of the building. I think blue means it's okay. Yellow means okay, go. I think green meant go. And then, red means, you know what? You go into this building, you're taking your life in your hands. And we had the aftershocks. Remember, Dave? And the building would rock. And David and I, he had an office where our offices were next to each other. But
you remember the floors were tilted?
Well, of course. Remember we had the crack in the wall where we could
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
We could talk to each other in separate offices. Well, up on like the 17th floor or something, they had this little Asian lady there, and she had a little store up there for the office. Okay, and she always said, "Excuse me," I get all choked up.
Yeah, just thinking about it. Huh?
I do.
Yeah. Take a drink.
She had this little story. She had, everybody
Take a
knows, and this is not a racial comment, but everybody knows the Asians make the best donuts. Dave, wouldn't you agree that the Asians make the best donuts?
I do.
So she had a donut shop
Yeah.
for you?
So
Yeah.
Dave goes in there. He kind of speaks the language. He kind of speaks the language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave's been around. So he goes in there, and the first thing he says, he goes, "Hey, Ro." He's saying hello. Good morning. Hey, Ro.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, give me a hey, Ro, Dave.
Hi, Ro.
Oh, there you go.
That's how you say hi.
Hello.
So Dave would go, these muffins look good. And she'd go, yeah. She goes, Dave would go, what flavor do you have? And she said, banana and maple.
Banana and maple?
Yeah, and maple.
Maple.
No, she said maple. She said maple. That meant maple. M-A-P-L-E.
Okay.
And so meanwhile, he's asking about the muffins, and he's got his pocket. He's packing his pockets with Reese's and Skittles and all kinds of sugar stuff.
Yeah.
So Dave, in the vetting process for our sponsor, I mean, when you say 5th grade, that's a lie.
Yeah, baby.
That is a lie.
That is a lie. Okay, no more lying.
That is a lie.
No more.
Yeah,
lying.
I forgot about the London broil, and then and I forgot about Hey Ro. But
You
that
know,
was
really-
probably the.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I think we didn't we have one on Peruzzi in Malibu?
Well, that was question number 2. I mean, why are you jumping ahead of it?
Yeah, but
You can't jump ahead.
it seems like you know Dave.
I do know.
Is
Dave.
it really
I do.
necessary
There's
to
only way.
vet
The only
Dave?
way Coin Trader would hire him is because I know him.
Well, that validates my validation because
It does,
Yeah.
but I'm vetting you.
when a client, I already know what the client's going to ask. I'm ahead of him.
Well, look, I'm just vetting you because I feel a need to vet. They don't.
Okay.
They sponsor the show, but they don't listen to it. Okay.
I
Anyway,
got.
so here we go. Here's question
Thank
number
God.
2. Have you ever urined on a superior's plant in his office? Have you ever urined on a plant?
Let me think clearly now. You have the Jeopardy music.
The Jeopardy music. It is playing. The Jeopardy music is playing.
I would say yes. That would have to be Morton. That would have to be.
That is a yes.
That is a yes. Mhm.
David had an immediate supervisor that he didn't care for. This is what makes him the meanest man.
Yeah, I was wondering about why.
got something called
Because I have met Dave too. So
Yeah, you're going to meet him. You're going to meet him.
No, I have met him.
So
I've
he
already
had
met him.
Well, you have met him.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
Okay, settle down.
So this is his supervisor.
Right.
Supervisor. Dave didn't care for him, so Dave took the liberty
I remember him too.
of peeing in his plant every morning, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it got a little uglier that when we brought him donuts.
It did get a little. We're not going to go into that. We're not gonna go into that.
That was to go with the donuts.
All right. Number
That's
three.
question number 3.
Yeah, no, this is question number 3. Question number 3 is this, okay? There was a case where someone's unfortunate demise took place. All right, so in other words, this is a person that was alive and then they ceased to be alive, which makes them what?
Dead.
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 All right, so this person was Dave. And Dave knew this person. I knew this person. So I go to Dave, all melancholy, kind of shook up. You know, when people pass away, you can kind of shook up.
Sure.
People close to you. It was our next door neighbor, actually. And so I went to Dave. I go, Dave, did you hear? He goes, what? I go, what was her name? Barbara? Was it Barbara? Was it Barbara? Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I go, hey, did you hear that Barbara passed away? All right. And Dave's comment was that's what she gets for not changing the carpet. That's what she gets for not changing the carpet.
That's right. That is true.
This was like a Brady Bunch house. Had the shag carpet and all that kind of stuff. And Dave's comment, someone's passed away. Someone's lost a mother. Someone's lost an aunt, uncle, sister, brother. I mean, you know.
Dave, that's mean.
And of course,
It is me.
Yeah.
and it was the wife of what was his name? Bill Teague, who did a lot of the sound for Hollywood pictures. When you look at sound supervisor or boom, like, you know, he had like 5 Emmys in his house.
Of course, I
Barbara
never
passes
do
away.
that.
Yeah, Barbara passes away,
Yeah.
and Dave's only comment was,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Dave.
That's what she gets for not changing.
That's what you get for not changing the carpet. Oh, God.
So now these
You
are.
know, I know I'm going to hell. That's okay.
No, we're gonna fix.
Well,
that.
this was years
We're gonna
ago.
fix that.
This was years ago.
Yeah, it was years ago.
Yeah.
So those are 3 questions to vet, Dave, and of course there's many more. But I don't think we need to go any further. I think we can officially crown you meanest man in America. He's one mean some bitch.
This is the 20th year in a row I've won this award. So I want to thank the Academy.
Got it straight. Good job.
Hey, one of these years when you get that award, I want to accept it. Dave couldn't be here to accept the award. The King of All Podcasts.
you're gonna.
Giorno. Well, Dave's not
So
here.
you can tell some deeper stories.
Dave's not here. He's, rummaging through some young ladies.
She's running over an old lady.
Chest of drawers.
Dave, why do you live in California still?
I don't. I'm in Vegas.
He's in Vegas now.
Oh, okay. Did we say that?
No, we
No.
didn't.
Okay,
We
because
didn't say that.
you lived in California for quite a long time, right?
His whole
I
life.
would say 58 years.
Yeah, and then how long you been in Vegas?
So I was in Vegas in 89 and 90.
Okay.
Worked at Caesar's Palace. Plenty of stories there for you boys someday.
Yeah.
Not on this
And
show.
then came back to Vegas. Citadel Communications, that Vic knows,
Ah, okay.
for half a year, before 91, before 9/11. Came back to California, opened up my own little syndication, but that went down because of 9/11.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Dave and Vic, Dave passes the vetting process.
I think he does, but to sing Dave out of this segment of the episode, I think it's only appropriate that we play his theme song. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, to you from the meanest man of all times and the meanest man of America, 20 years straight. It's Alice Cooper, and no more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Clean.
Hello.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. They say he's sick. He's a
From New Orleans, Louisiana, this is the All Over the Road podcast.
I don't care what people tell you, inflation is here. They're about ready to put a tax on beef, a tax on pork. Have you seen the price of milk? Inflation is here. Shortages are here. And financially, you got to figure out what the heck you're going to do with excess cash. They call it discretionary income. Well, the best thing that you need to do is to contact our friends at Coin Trader Inc. They deal in all the precious metals, rare coins. It's completely private. You don't need a social security number. You can be Bozo the Clown and open an account with Coin Trader. They've been around for 15 years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call them today and protect your hard-earned wealth. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rare U.S. and ancient coins. They're experts in all that stuff. Give them a call at 504-267-6004 and tell them the king of all podcasts sent you.
All of the Road New Orleans sponsored by Coin Trader Inc. For gold prices, go to goldpricesnow.com.
Hello.
We talked about on the last podcast, Teddy, about my son, Erin, and there's been all kinds of controversy about it.
Right.
And so we're going to get it all out of the table.
It's not really controversy.
It's controversial.
Well, I guess so. That's how you look at it. Like,
Ladies
you
and gentlemen,
really have a son.
It's my son, Erin.
Aaron, is that you?
Erin.
Pleased to be here. Pleased to be here.
You sounded crisp. So now, Erin.
You did say son, right?
This is my son, Erin. Yes.
Son. S-O-N.
He's a surprise.
As in male, like a boy.
Well, it's debatable.
It's debatable because Erin identifies himself as a switch hitter. He can go he, she, he, go, he's he, she. And there's nothing wrong with it today.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Erin was supposed to be on the last show, our Super Bowl wrap-up. Did you listen to it, Erin?
Yeah.
I have not had a chance. I do apologize.
What's wrong with you? How can we do this
Gosh,
if you haven't
Erin.
listened to the show?
Well, I can just chime on in as needed, I guess.
True.
Okay, so Erin was watching the Super Bowl with me. Erin's my son of many years.
Oh, really? You were over here watching it, huh?
Absolutely.
Can we just clarify that I'm really not a switch hitter?
Sure, we can
Okay,
clarify
Erin's
anything.
a female, but I've always considered Erin the son I've never had. I made up the ancestry thing.
So son is just used as a like okay.
Yeah.
Son, okay.
So Erin,
He had you going for a while, though, I hear.
yeah, it was,
he did. Well, kind of.
I had all
yeah.
the listeners going. They're all going. So, Erin, we on the last show, since you didn't listen to it, this might even be better that you didn't.
Probably.
Okay, because I told the Caleb story.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And so I think it'd be only appropriate to hear it from, because some people say to me, Vic, you embellish stories, you stretch stories, you fabricate, even to fabricate, which is just atrocious.
Flat out lie.
Yeah, flat out.
That's right.
So before you tell the Caleb story, give me your overall impression of how the day went, the Super Bowl viewing with the King of Ball podcast and your daddy.
I would say it was a good 8 out of 10, being that I was heavy on the Bengals side to win, so I was a little sad. Mm-hmm. But overall, I think a great Super Bowl experience. The food was good. Drinks were plentiful.
No brownies.
No, you're right. So maybe like a 7.5. I dropped it down a little bit because Emmy was definitely supposed to make brownies and she did not.
Yeah. Emmy was supposed to make the brownies, she never did. So
he kept asking and she didn't move.
I was hinting. I was actually hinting. It didn't work very well.
Right.
So it was
next year. Notice.
It was a good time. I had some Ram napkins. She didn't like that. And she should.
Yeah.
I didn't like him. I just bought them because there were no Bengals, and I wanted to have
it was
something
festive,
ridiculous.
but wasn't a fan.
Yeah. So anyway, we were playing all the goofy bets. We talked about that in the last show. We were talking about all the goofy stuff you can bet on. Now, Erin, I told the Caleb story, so now you give me your recollection of the Caleb story.
Start to finish.
Start to finish.
Okay.
Well, this is a common theme for the last, I would say, 2 decades. If Caleb is going to show up or not at any event, specifically events that you're trying to watch quietly.
Okay, now let me stop you there. So Caleb showing up at an event, you're saying can ruin an event? Is what you're saying?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny, but yes.
Okay, good. That's good. That's a safe. He doesn't listen. He doesn't do anything. You kidding me? Mm-hmm. He's
I doubt Caleb is going to be listening.
Yeah, he's got an A+ rating at Bumble. He's busy.
Yep. Caleb is on Bumble, and he spells his name with a K.
You know what Bumble is?
No, I don't.
Erin,
did you know it?
Yeah, tell
Did you know that, though?
Dating service? Or
tell
dating line?
what
dating
Bumble
app?
is. Bumble, he don't know.
What is it? What's Bumble?
It's a dating service, and Caleb spells his name with a K on it because I saw it.
Yeah, and there's supposed to be one picture on there that's him and me. I told him I don't want to be on Bumble.
I guess not.
But I guess I am, photo-wise. Okay, so
back to the story. So just the preface was typically he'll show up at events. And this was supposed to be a low-key day, just like the kids and me, the son, and little crowd. And I don't know, probably 30 minutes before kickoff.
No.
Oh,
It was because I said kickoff was like in 10 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. And your daddy, me, said.
Well, he did tell me that he told Caleb not to come over that morning at church.
I did.
And my daddy said,
"Do
you want to go make a
let me stop you.
memory?"
Wait, let me stop you there. Don't
I can't tell my story, apparently.
No. You can tell the story, but I want to give it a little background.
Hey, Erin, get used to it. I'm pretty much used to it, but I don't like it.
Oh,
but you'll get used to it.
Come on, but I have to set this up.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
The thing is that the thing about Caleb is he's loud. he
well, we didn't get to that yet.
Well, wait a second. I'm sorry. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
And Erin said it as well. You wanted to watch a quiet, whatever. Yeah. It's a Super Bowl, for God's sake.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, but it's a different experience. Like, yeah, I don't need silence during the Super Bowl. Like, I'm great. We're great to talk back and forth. But it's more or less like Caleb's chatter is not about the Super Bowl.
No, it's about
I
crazy
see
stuff.
what you mean.
It's everything but.
Yeah,
okay, well, I want you to get back to the story where we're going to make the memory thing. But the first thing they say this about Caleb. He never brings anything. Never brings anything. This is a 30-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I know his mother, Donna, and she's a decent person.
Yeah, she is.
I would say more than decent.
Yeah.
But,
well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he never brings anything, and then he never replenishes. I tell you, Caleb, you got to replenish.
Now, Erin,
you got to replenish.
But Erin just met Caleb.
No, Erin's known Caleb.
Oh no, we go way back.
All right, so let's go back. We'll go back. Okay, it's 10 minutes before kickoff. Go ahead. What did Daddy say?
Okay.
Daddy said.
So I was sitting in the chair, and my daddy said, "Would you like to go make a memory and close the blinds together
Who's
so
daddy?
we can avoid
You.
Vic? Yeah.
Vic.
I wanted to make a memory with my son Aaron. What's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
So
Yeah,
he
no, that's
said,
good.
"Let's go." Y'all sound the same, by the way. I can't tell who's who.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
he said, "Let's go close the blinds together so he doesn't show up." And as he ended that sentence, he said, "Well, never mind.
No, I said too late. I
And-
said too late. Too late.
Too late. Too late." And I was like, "What are you saying?" And he's like, "He's
Mm-hmm.
here." And I did an expletive, and I said, "You're blanking me." And he said, "I'm not." And you just, this is where the part of the story where you really never know if he's telling the truth. I didn't believe him. But then I see a black truck just zoom on off, and I was like, oh my gosh, it really was him. So at that point in time, I knew at some point in the evening Caleb was coming.
Okay,
Much
then,
less.
see, now that's when the discussion started to become this amongst the people in the house watching the game. Is or not Caleb going to show up back? I was firmly said he'll never come back. Because, number one, he knew I was lying to him. Okay.
Oh, I knew you were here.
He
The
knew-
Super
he knew I
Bowl.
was lying to him.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I mean,
Vic's
you
in the
know,
house.
he comes to the door and he goes, "Hey, is this a
Absolutely.
private party?" I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, look," I said, "they're sleeping."
Private party.
Yeah, I said,
Yes,
"Listen,
it is. Goodbye.
This is like there's sleeping babies in here. Well, maybe come back later." But I could see the look on his face. And then he ran into Emily, who was walking around the block pulling wells in the wagon. And
Then he just came back with her.
Emmy walks in after the walk, and first thing she says to me, she goes, "Daddy, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are so
And
mean."
you know what? And I have daughters too, and I hate when the daughters say that. It hits.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
not with
that's
you, but it would with me. And then they find that soft spot. Is that what happened? Then you let them in.
Well, then I started to feel bad about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But-
Vic.
But did you?
No, did I? No, maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think you did.
I'm still confused though. You have
She
no.
knows me better than me.
You have no memories with Erin.
I have a lot of memories with her.
I thought you just found this son.
No,
That was part of the shtick.
That was part of the shtick.
Am I not paying
teaser.
attention
It
again?
was
What's
a
going on
teaser.
here?
It was a teaser.
Oh.
It's called leaving the people wanting
And
more.
I fell for it. I fell for it.
Thank you, son.
I fell for it.
Thank you, son. But see, the thing is that the big debate was going on. Everybody was saying he was coming back, and I was firmly. I did not think he'd come back because I saw the look on his face.
Yeah.
And when Caleb gets mad at you, he's mad at you. He doesn't talk to you
He
anymore.
cut you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, not that day.
no, not that day.
I would just like to also add that I had a second batch of pigs in the blanket that I put in the oven, and when I went to go get one after about 5 minutes, I took them out. They were gone.
He must have
And
ate him very quickly because I didn't even see him eat anything.
He literally said, "Oh, I'm about to tear up some pigs in a blanket," and they were gone.
He tore them all.
Yeah, he
up,
did.
just like he said.
So, Erin, are you glad the game did not go into overtime? Like Vic said, when Vic told the story, he was, just don't go into overtime. Otherwise, it's going to be prolonged visit.
No, I was obviously I'm a Bengals fan.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Joe. I'm thinking about getting the ticket next year, unless my daddy does, to watch all Bengals games.
Well, I get all the games. What are you talking about? I
You
get
just
all
got
the
to
games.
come over to
Well,
Daddy's
every
house.
year. So this really just dates back from the last 20 years. Every year, it's a debate if he's going to get the ticket or not.
No, I've gotten the ticket every year with the
Yeah,
exception of the bounty
But
game.
it's a debate.
I've heard him say that too. Like, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not
what I
going to
do.
get it because blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get it. He ends up
It's
getting
just
it.
what I do.
He gets
Yeah.
it usually.
One time he told
Yeah.
somebody at DirecTV that wouldn't help him. He hopes they choke on a chicken bone.
Yeah.
I did do that.
Like that was going to give him free
Hopefully.
ticket or something.
I don't know where
Free
that came
ticket.
from. I hope you choke on a chicken bone.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came from.
It could be
You felt
could
it in
be
your bones
original.
that you wanted. It was, and that was a while ago. I have some good stories. I don't know if we need to save this for another time, but the Uncle Phil story.
No.
Well, all I'll say is that Vic owes Dan,
I do.
the sports guy, Pizza Man, Dan the Man, the Pizza, whatever we call him, who was on the show
Mhm.
last week in the Super Bowl recap that you did not listen to, Aaron, owes Dan an explanation.
No, I don't.
Why?
I think you do.
I
You've
don't.
known Dan for 30-some years, just like me.
No, I don't know nothing.
I think you owe me
Why
one
does he
too.
owe Dan an explanation?
Because Dan thinks he's got Vic's got a real
It was a
legitimate
tease.
son.
It
I've
was a
met Dan
tease.
before.
It was
Dan
a
does
tease.
not remember me, but I have met him before.
Dan don't even remember what I
You've-
told him.
I've probably
He don't even remember
met
what I
you,
told
too.
him last week.
Have you met
Believe
me?
don't know.
Have I met you?
He knows. You might
Yes,
have.
you have.
Yeah, you have. See?
There you go.
Knucklehead. Well, speaking.
Yeah, they're real funny. Ha ha ha.
Speaking of stories, okay? Speaking
Yeah.
of stories.
Story time.
Hang around for this, Aaron. I don't know if this is. I think it's rated okay for Aaron. She's an impressionable.
Rated okay?
Yeah, she's an impressionable young lady. But I'm going
The
to tell
following story is rated okay.
Yes, this is not. This is actually. Well, it's kind of a secondhand story. It kind of isn't. All right. Well, I got this friend of mine. I've known for many, many years. Let's just refer to him as Wayno. Wayno. He's a professional conversationalist. Just to be, that, you know, I don't know what that means, but you can kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
Well, Wayno apparently owed a creditor some money. I'm talking about break your knuckles people. Okay? That kind of people. Somehow, these Goombas, they get my phone number. And they call me up. Is this the thing about podcasting, Victor Del Giorno? Yes, it is. We're calling in regards to Wayno. And they said his full name. First, middle, last name. I didn't know his middle name was Francis. That was kind of interesting. And they said, we're trying to find the whereabouts of this gentleman. And do you have any idea where he may be? And I said, I'm not sure. Okay, so they go, well, the last address we have here is such and such and such and such. You think that might be the correct address? Now, I know Wayne, and he lives like above a body shop. All right? So they're like, he's up there sleeping,
Is this a real story?
This is a real story. So they go, well, what about this address right here? Does this sound about right? I said, I really don't. They said, Mr. Del Giorno. They said, if you're trying to fade these questions and hamper this investigation, you could be liable. Well, first of all, I knew they were full of crap. But I said, look, how much did the guy owe you? He owed these break knuckle guys $4,000. Right?
Knuckle guys.
So I said, well, why don't you go over there and check it out? You got an address, check it out. I don't know his address. Who has address books anymore? Who knows people's numbers anymore?
That's
Nobody.
right. No.
So a couple days go by, and I get a call from this same guy again, and I said, Mr. Del Giorno. That's how we talked. With that voice. I said, yeah, that's me. And he goes, this is Dominic from the credit agency. We went by Wayne's apartment and knocked on the door. And the craziest thing happened when we knocked on the door. Okay, so I said, all right, well, what could be? I know Wayne pretty well. I mean, it could be anything. I go, okay, well, what's that crazy thing? So they knock on the door, and someone answers the door. A young lady, not fully dressed. All right. And goes, she opens the door. As soon as she opens the door, she says, oh, are you here for the movie? So I run into Wayne, coming out of the gym the other day. I ain't seen him since. I ain't seen him.
Yeah.
Or Wayno. We'll say Wayno.
Wayno.
Yeah. I go, Wayne, I never told you this, but, some creditors are looking for you, and, oh, yeah, he goes, those guys, man, they took my Jaguar. He had this beat-up Jaguar that was flooded out, was sitting out there. I don't know what it would have been worth. It didn't run or anything. They took my Jaguar.
They took it?
Yeah, they took the Jaguar.
Jeez.
And I said, really? I said, that's it? You don't hear from anyone? He goes, no, I don't hear from anyone. I go, well, that's good. I said, Wayne, one of them was calling me. He goes, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I said, he said he went up there and knocked on the door. And some young lady answered the door and said, are you here for the movie? I go, Wayne, what kind of movies are you shooting up there? His answer to me was documentaries.
Well, everybody's shooting documentaries now. Yeah. You didn't believe him?
Wow.
You really had me going with that story for a minute.
Well, that's the whole story. That is the end of the story.
That's the end of the
Poor
story.
Wayne.
The
Poor
story
Wayne.
goes...
Poor Wayne. Hey, Erin, thanks for
True story.
being on. Did you get your bathroom remodeled?
We're probably 90% there.
90% there. Okay. You're going to have a brand new bathroom. I'll make sure that...
Brand new.
Let me know when it's done. I want to be the first one to come over and christen it. I'm going to come over there and lay some cable.
Take a bath?
Lay some cable.
Fantastic.
Take a shower?
My
lay some
son, Erin.
cable?
Can we have a big round of applause for my son?
Nice meeting you, Erin. Nice meeting you. I think
Thank
you're
you
both
so much.
old, Dan.
I want to thank Erin for being on
an
the
apology
podcast.
or an explanation or something.
I want to thank
something.
Who else did we have on there today? Oh, I forgot now.
I don't know. We didn't have too many.
No, we had Erin.
Everybody we called was not available. But
No, the Meanest Man. We don't think the Meanest Man.
Meanest Man.
We're being on.
Yeah. And
Coming
Erin,
to an
your
eatery.
son.
You guys
The
have
son
a
you
lovely night.
never had. Erin's out of here, I take it.
Coming to an eatery.
See you,
near you
Erin. All right, bye.
Is
See ya.
the meanest man in America. That does it for this edition of All Over the Road, the podcast, heard in every state in America.
All
South
across America,
North
coast to
America, India, China, Cuba, when they let you use the internet, which is not often.
Share the show.
Don't forget to share the show. On the next show, we're going to have Luke Hawks on from the TV series Heels.
Okay.
He'll be on the next show, and I think we're going to actually talk to an actual Ukraine, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we have the correct number to call. Yes, we do.
My brother Michael or more, we're going to be doing a stream ride with brother Michael, so we'll see you out there during the Mardi Gras season. So if you're in the New Orleans area, contact us on our Facebook page, and we'll meet you out somewhere, okay?
And if you see TD, tell her to put on her mask.
TD put on... Oh, by the way, TD just had a new photo op,
Yeah.
and believe me, that thing was airbrushed big time. She wishes.
Yeah, right.
She wishes.
When you look good, you feel good.
All Over the Road is a presentation of the All Over the Road Podcast Network. Executive producer, Ted Semper. God bless.
Coming to Coin Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat. To which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So let me grab my great soda and take a sip while I turn it over to Kate, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Yeah, baby.
Hey yo, Mardi Gras check.
Way down in New Orleans, where the girls are fine. Compliments of black boys on the Central Line. Uptown, downtown, up in the streets. Everybody tell the DJ to play that beat. It go to Mardi Gras, wah-wah.
Hey, we want to thank all those Joe Rogan listeners for coming over to All Over the Road, New Orleans. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Joe.
it. I know
He's
Joe,
not the only guy doing a show.
No, and Joe has ticked off a lot of his listeners, and they're coming over to Aotr NOLA, and we appreciate it.
Well, we don't have The Rock on yet, but we will.
Right.
We're going to get The Rock on
We're
soon.
nipping at his heels as far as the download numbers.
Like a nappy-ass dog is what we're doing.
Not going away.
Now, I will say, you won't hear the profanity that you do hear, or did hear, as a former podcast listener to Joe Rogan. You won't hear that here.
No.
But we appreciate you coming over.
I'm going to call us up and listen. I didn't even say profanities.
Say whatever you want to listen on.
That's 601-768-8366.
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by Coin Trader Inc. Mind your money.